Okay. I came out with my baler and I finished off this top field, and I'm really happy about that. And I'm heading down to the center field, which is one of my better fields, and I'm really excited about getting down there and getting that hay up. But I want to relate to you something that I saw. It's kind of a teachable moment. When I was coming down here, as soon as I crested the hill, I saw three beings right in this area right here, and two of them had very bright white heads on them and big yellow beaks, and they sat there for a minute at least 60 seconds, and just looked at me to see what I was going to do. And as I proceeded a little further, they took off. I knew they were working on something, and it was two bald eagles, and it looked like a golden eagle, but I don't know that they hang out together. I just don't know. And it wasn't, I mean, at the lunch table, people said, well, maybe, hey, it was the immature bald eagle. Could be, but his name is going to be Big Baby, because he was bigger than the two bald eagles that I saw. And here's what I can't, here's the kill site right here. You see that? Maybe the chicken wasn't dead when they took off, but this is right where they were. And and see, here's some blood, and the blood is fresh. Actually, there's a bone there. That's a bone, and it's fresh. So usually eagles will tear at the rib cage of a bird, and to get in at the liver and the heart. That's what they like to eat first. I haven't had an eagle kill here ever that I know of. But in the last 2 weeks, I've had predation just consistent. It's been consistent. And so when that happens, you know, our senses come up a little bit and we take precautions. And like, we're usually dealing with possums, skunks, owls, great horned owls, which I think are protected. I'm pretty sure they are. And so we have ways to deal with them. And what we really want to do is discourage them. I'm not really interested in taking prisoners, although we have on occasion. But this, I caught these guys red-handed. It was about, 11:30. Caught them red-handed, and then they flew over there into the trees, and they just watched me while I finished this field. Now, I got a rifle on my tractor. It's not there for them. It is actually there for these little gophers that dig holes in the field. And just when you think you got them all gone, you'll hit a big hole and you find out you don't have them gone. So that's why I bring a rifle with me. And I could have killed one of them. I'm sure I could have killed one of them. He wasn't that far away. But as I continued doing this, at first I was kind of mad. Here's the rest of the story. We processed chickens today. And the last chickens that we had to do from the latest batch, there was 40 of them they're called Freedom Rangers. And my wife said to the kids, leave two nice hens out there because we want to put them in with the layers and see if we can, reproduce that bird, right? So the kids left two of them out there, and I wanted to see if this was a recent kill or maybe some skunks had got this chicken last night and the eagles just swooped in to clean it up. And so I went over there, and of the two, there was only one. So what they're doing is they're coming in during the day. The dogs are sleeping during the day because there's nothing for them to do. And the eagle swoops in, grabs something, and comes out here a little ways away and eats it. And they're hunting as a trio. And that fills in the blanks because the consistency of this killing has been like, wow, if it was a An owl, usually she'll take one a week, even if she's got a bunch of babies in her nest. But this was daily. I was losing a chicken daily. Not that I count them or anything, but I would find that I'm, you know, seeing that I'm haying right now, I'm out here in the field and I'll see these kill sites, and they're not consistent with the way an owl does it, or a red-tailed hawk, or a skunk, or a possum, or a coon. It just was inconsistent with everything. So I've got my predator now, and you know, we don't shoot eagles. No way, no how am I shooting an eagle. But when I was contemplating this as I'm out cutting up the rest of this hay and things are going good, it's a nice day, I'm thinking, you know, some cultures that I've visited, they would feel honored that the Great Spirit has allowed one of its mightiest creatures to come into my presence and eat from the excesses that I've produced, right? So I guess I'll go with that, because I'm not going to shoot these guys. Now those groundhogs, on the other hand, that's a different story. I got a story to relate. One year I was in a field over that way. This is quite a while ago, 7 years ago or so. And I was doing some work. I had my service truck out there, and there happens to be a shotgun in that truck all the time. It's just an old beater, long-barreled shotgun. And the chicken tractors were all the way over there, just about as far as we ever go. And I thought I saw an eagle swooping down and molesting them. That's what I thought I saw. And I was quite a ways away. I was at least, I would say, 200 yards away. And I just thought, well, I'm going to scare that guy away. So I took the shotgun, and I had number 4 bird shot in it. That's what I prefer for just about every application with a shotgun. And I fired in his direction. And wouldn't you know, that son of a gun crumpled and hit the ground like a ton of bricks. I could almost see him bounce. 200 yards with a shotgun. And I may be an Air Force marksman, but that doesn't mean much. So I drive over there, and I'm horrified, thinking I've just killed the American symbol of freedom. And when I got there, there's this huge bird on the ground, wings out, 6-foot wingspan at least, with his head is folded under him. And then I saw the feet, and the feet weren't yellow. They were just this gross black and brown, you know, looking thing. And when I went over and flipped him over, he was dead. When I flipped him over, it was a vulture. It was a vulture. They call them turkey vultures around here, and there's millions of them. See them on the road all the time eating off roadkill. But that was when I said to myself, I will never fire in the direction of an eagle ever again. It was a real heart stopper. And as I'm doing this, there's a vulture up there right now. So there seems to be a cycle. You know, the eagles will come in and they'll take a chicken, and then these guys will come in and they'll clean up the rest. Now this is my last round of chickens until the next round, which is in chicken tractors right now. When they're in chicken tractors, they don't get bothered. What has happened is I'm only running 2 chicken tractors right now. So the Freedom Rangers, the red ones, we kick them out, and they stay right around that area. And then we put the younger birds, there was some turkeys and there was some Cornish cross white ones. We put those in the chicken tractors. They have to be in chicken tractors because they'll travel. They'll come up to the house to see what we're doing. So we have to keep them in chicken tractors. So there's not like I have to do anything here. It's kind of over because there won't be any chickens out running around. The layers, they're up by the house and the barns, and it's not like an eagle's going to swoop in. Well, I don't think an eagle's going to swoop in and take a layer. But No, it was pretty interesting. I kind of feel like it fed my spirit. This sounds a little tree huggerish, but in some ways, it sort of fed my spirit when I came around the corner and I saw those beautiful animals. I mean, those bald eagles, they got to stand up 3 feet high. And when they took off, they're just majestic, woof, 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 carrying one of my chickens underneath. But I feel blessed that the Great Spirit saw enough in my operation here to offer a chicken to these beautiful animals. So if I see them, I'll pull my camera out and I'll show them to you. But that's what I saw today. I'm going to press on and continue baling up this hay, and maybe things will go in my favor from here on out. Yeah, I told you. There he is. That's one of them.